I'm Lando Norris.
And I'm Oscar Piastri, and we're from Team McLaren.
And today we're going to answer some questions from the internet.
This is Formula One Support.
These one-off podium marvels never get old. The F1 drama and the complimentary surprises never ends on the track. It leaves its mark at the backstages, and even on the podium. The glory of such podium moments, which were a one-time gift for some drivers, is still fresh in the minds of F1 podium and fans all over the globe. Number 10. Footwork F1 team, Gianni Morbidelli. The 1995 Australian Grand Prix was famous for many reasons. It was the last Grand Prix where the streets of Adelaide staged the race. After this Grand Prix, F1 is set to move to the city of Melbourne for the upcoming races. The Australian Grand Prix was special for footwork as well. It was a day for Gianni Morbidelli, the backbone of footwork. It was a much-awaited win for the persistent hard work of Gianni Morbidelli on the track. What makes it even more special is the unexpected turns the race took. 14 drivers retired in the most chaotic race, but Morbidelli didn't lose his control and grabbed their first podium finish, which was his first win in his career. Even though his try was for the top position, Williams' Damon Hill took control and grabbed the first position, followed by Oliver Panis. When I saw won the ball, position number 3, it was such an incredible moment. Gianni Morbidelli was happier than ever when he said this after the race. Number 9. Pedro de la Rosa Hungarian Grand Prix 2006. The 2006 Hungarian Grand Prix was written for McLaren's Pedro de la Rosa, test driver, and his competitiveness. The F1 paddock never thought that Rosa would be able to take over Michael Schumacher's precision and calculations. The F1 world still remembers the way Schumacher defended La Rosa and finally lost. The former driver's plan to take over the race with his intermediate tyres was an off choice, and it was La Rosa who exploited that decision, and he just did the same. The result was Pedro de la Rosa's first and only podium position in his career. Even though Jenson Button won the race, the actual win was, of course, Pedro de la Rosa's. Number 8. Vitaly Petrov 2011 Australian Grand Prix. The 2011 Australian Grand Prix will always remain close to Vitaly Petrov's and Renault's hearts. It was the race that gave him his first and only podium, which is treasured forever. He was undeniably pleased after securing 3rd position, followed by Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. Even after having a rough start in 6th position, Petrov was consistent with his steering wheel and steadily climbed to the 4th and then 3rd position. To be honest, I'm very happy to be here on the podium. We must be proud of our placing today, said Petrov after the race out of tears. Number 7. Takuma Sato 2004 United States Grand Prix. Takuma Sato has always been a source of pride for Japan. A handful of Japanese talent have raised the bar for Formula One, and Takuma Sato was one of them. The 2011 United States Grand Prix was such an event where Sato's perseverance and precision took the game to a whole new level. When Michael Schumacher was struggling with Rubens Barrichello to secure the 1st position on the podium, Takuma Sato's efforts was to maintain the 3rd position to secure his first and only podium finish in his career. He accomplished that mission while Michael Schumacher kept his hand on the win. Number 6. Aguri Suzuki 1990 Japanese Grand Prix. Aguri Suzuki does know how it feels to be the first Asian to score a podium finish. The 90s were the time where F1 was reluctant to invest in Asia's spouting talents. Despite having passion and potential, Asian drivers find it very hard to find a pleasing place in F1, despite all the odds. Aguri Suzuki took the courage to challenge the giants in the grid and secure his first and only podium finish in the 1990 Japanese Grand Prix, which still feels fresh to the Formula One family. What makes it even more special is the fact that his home crowd became the stage for his victory. It couldn't have gotten any better. It was one of the memorable events for F1 at the Suzuka circuit, and it witnessed the rise of its own talent, Aguri Suzuki. Number 5. Michael Andretti 1993 Italian Grand Prix. The 1993 season was a period of long distress for Michael Andretti. Back-to-back DNFs and underperformance were constantly hitting the nerves of this driver. But the 1993 Italian Grand Prix was a turning point in this sporting talent, as it brought his first podium finish. While driving for McLaren, he wouldn't have thought a podium finish would be possible in the near future, but the Italian track did play its part for Andretti to pick up his first podium. While Damon Hill grabbed the win, Andretti secured the 3rd position to hit the list of podium finishes. Number 4. Tiago Monteiro 2005 United States Grand Prix. Tiago Monteiro was the only person who cheered at the 2005 United States Grand Prix. The United States Grand Prix of 2005 forever tarnished as one of Formula One's most shameful days, with just 6 cars hitting the grid for a race. But for Tiago Monteiro, it was somewhat different, which remains justifiably proud for him. Even though Michael Schumacher turned out to be the winner, The real winner was, with no doubt, Tiago Monteri. The shame F1 holds for such a tarnished race still remains a stain on its legacy, but the pride that race brought to Tiago Monteri and Portugal was limitless. And that was pretty evident from the podium, where Monteri couldn't help his excitement under the hood, while the rest of the drivers lowered their heads in front of the crowd, who were disappointed by the way the race turned out. Number 3, JJ Leto, 1991 San Marino Grand Prix. The 1991 San Marino Grand Prix was a breakthrough for JJ Leto after a long journey of inconsistency and underperformance. The F1 paddock lost confidence in Letero for Dallara. He missed the qualifying cut-offs in the previous 5 races, and it was Leto's chance to prove his potential and passion for Formula 1. And guess what? He did it better than anyone else, finishing at position 3 with his first and only podium finish. Is there a better way to have a comeback into the grid? We doubt it. Number 2, Kamui Kobayashi, 2012 Japanese Grand Prix. There was no better way for Kamui Kobayashi to finish off on his home ground, Japan. What is more pleasing than securing a 3rd position and a podium finish while the home crowds cheer like never before? Kamui Kobayashi's 2012 Japanese Grand Prix was nothing but the same. While the Suzuka circuit channeled Sebastian Vettel's, followed by Massa, the actual winner was Kobayashi. It made his home ground proud. Kobayashi made his F1 debut in 2009 in Brazil, but it took him around 3 years to grab his first podium finish. That too in his own Suzuki circuit. The paddock still remembers the crowds chanting Kamui, 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 while Kobayashi could not control his emotions after the race. Number 1, Pastor Maldonado, 2012 Spanish Grand Prix. Pastor Maldonado's only F1 win. That is what the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix is known for. Circuit de Barcelona was a circuit of luck for Pastor Maldonado, who scored his first position on the F1 podium for the first and last time. Even the F1 paddock was excited to witness the rise of Pastor Maldonado, which they never expected. It was nothing but a rollercoaster journey for this Williams driver to overcome the odds on the track. It was never easy to beat out local hero Fernando Alonso and 2007 world champion Kimi Räikkönen in that Spanish Grand Prix. But Maldonado, with his precision and utmost control over the steering wheel, did the best he could. The result was a podium finish by overhauling the Giants in one go. The memorable scenes where Alonso and Räikkönen hoisted Pastor onto their shoulders after the podium celebrations topped a wonderful day, as the then 27-year-old racer described it. But this spouting talent could not replicate such a comeback in his upcoming races after the Spanish Grand Prix. He failed to even score a single point in the next 9 races, but that did not take away from the shine of his only F1 win at the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix. Comebacks and setbacks are a never-ending tale for Formula 1 and its drivers. When some thrive on a comeback, others fall into a trap of setbacks. But what keeps them going is the sights of the podium and the glory surrounding it. So which one-off podium will remain the majesty of the magic among these? Please let us know in the comments box below, and also please like and share the video with your fellow F1 fans. Be sure to check in by pressing the bell icon and subscribing for more F1 related content. It's bye for now.